Good morning, good morning. Pardon me while I check to make sure things are happening the way they are supposed to be happening. And while we get this little baby Ekans ready to take on Nugget Bridge. And you know what? I just remembered about Nugget Bridge. Um, prior prior to fighting Nugget Bridge, I have to have a rival battle. And uh, at this point in the game, he's going to have 3 or 4 Pokemon. And I am not going to have Charmeleon. I am only going to have Ekans, which means I need this Ekans to be able to solo a rival battle of 3 to 4 Pokemon. Um, not, I'm not excited for that. I'm so not excited for that. It's gonna be a long grind to get this Ekans ready to go. And, um, yeah, it's gonna be an effort. We'll leave it at that. It's gonna be a lot of work to get this Ekans to a state where he can fight. Just broadly speaking, just where he could fight. Because this Ekans is not strong. I actually haven't checked its. I don't usually check Pokemon EVs and IVs. Oh, that's a level 12 Rattata. You can't do that. You're a level 10. I'm at the point where I'm like, I think he can maybe fight the level 8 Pokemon, like, with effort. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, hello. Thanks for the follow. Who's following us? Nutella is back? Oh, Nutella never went away, my friend. Nutella is like one of the only sources of chocolate I actually enjoy. Nutella is very, very nice. Yeah, I'm like, when do I let this Ekans fight, you know? When does this Ekans prove? When do we think this Ekans can take on anything? Just anything. I'm concerned. We picked him up at level 8, and I feel like Charmeleon, partly because it's a Charmeleon, but I feel like Charmeleon at level 28 could solo the team. So I'm thinking Ekans might need to get to like level 30 almost, which is going to be a real struggle. It will be better once Ekans can actually start handling these fights on his own. But right now, I don't think back and forthing to the Pokemon Center is going to be worth it. It might be depending on the experience. If the next Pokemon's like at level 8, I'll let Ekans fight it. But like the 10s and 12s, rough. Okay, let's see Ekans. See what you could do. I really kind of want it to know Toxic, because I'm like, if I could poison these guys, that would help. Like, oh god, that did nothing. Okay, let's get the wrap damage on him. Yeah. Yeah, Ekans does like 1 HP. Yeah. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. That means the next poison sting should kill it. But then it's like half my HP, right? So that means before I go into the next fight, Ekans got to heal. But for 65 experience points, ooh, yeah, that might be worth it. Let's go heal. Maybe not the level 12s. I don't know if my child can take that. It's, you know, it's gonna be a long grind. Excellent. Let's Let's see what my little Ekans can do. Also, good morning. I know it's early, but this is when I play Pokemon. I usually play Pokemon in the mornings. Pokemon just, I don't know, feels like a morning game to me. Ekans v Ekans. Yeah, I don't know why Ekans feels like a morning game. Why Pokemon feels like a morning game to me. But it's just a game that I don't know, my brain associates it with like right when you wake up, right when you go to bed. As opposed to like League of Legends to me feels like an evening time game. And then like I have like some games that just like I associate with certain times of the day. Like when I was a child, I used to play a lot of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. And those games feel like nighttime games. Like I feel like those are games you play at like 9, 10 p.m. when you're like hanging out with friends and having a party. I don't know why, but that's what it feels like to me. This is going to be such a long fight. This Ekans v Ekans fight is not a mood. Do I have wrap damage on him even? He has wrap damage on me? Oh, I don't have wrap damage on him anymore. See, I'm like, this effort is really only worth it if they give me like 50 experience points each. Which it might be because I'm getting so little from the Switch training. We can see what that was like after this. But oof. The struggle. My Ekans is free. This is rough. I don't even know what Ekans' moveset's going to be like at the end of the game. Like when I finally have an Arbok and I have to do Elite Four with an Arbok. I don't know what that's going to be like. You're free from the wrap, but I think a poison sting kills you. No, it doesn't. A wrap kills him. I have 6 HP. Why are you critting? That's rude. I should crit, not you. I truly feel that about everything, always. Thank you. Thank you for level 11. Okay. Ekans got to heal, but I also want to see, we're going to do it one switch and see how much experience points the differential is, because I get like 60 off the level 8s. And if I switch train, how much experience does Ekans get? If the Cerulean City Pokemon Center was closer to the grass, I probably wouldn't mind it as much. I didn't even see. I wasn't looking. 41 for Charmeleon, but like I don't see how much Ekans got. They're usually about the same though. Yep. Oh, no. Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy. We already did this. Thank you. Run, 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 run. Also, I love how my little character looks when she's running. Adorable. But a good little sprite. Okay, so if it's a high level, we're going to check our Switch training stats again and see what that's like. And if it's a baby, we're going to kill it. It's a level 6. We can kill it. Get the wrap damage on first. It's going to take a while still because the poison to poison damage is not good, my friends. It's not good. And unfortunately, with the number of Ekans in the world, in this patch of grass at least, it's going to be a while. Maybe it's the Leer damage. Maybe I should make use of Leer. I just feel like that's going to extend the fight so much, and it's not really what I want. No. I'm going 2 more turns here, probably. Whew. Yeah, the Ekans grind is going to be a long one, guys. This is going to be a tough grind, and it is going to be a grind. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I did in fact re-edit my little Pokemon party in the corner there, just so their names would be in all caps too, because I forgot about the all capsiness nature of this game. They changed it in later games, but in the early games especially, I forgot to check his HP or experience points. Can someone? No one's here. If I had, if we had a human, trying to keep track of the experience points I get off of these wild Ekanses. This is a level 6 wild Ekans. I don't even have like paper near me, or else I would just write it down. Actually, like a little like a spare receipt near me that I could write on. Have you not hit this thing at all? Megan's really about to die to this wild Ekans. Get the wrap damage off. Come on, my man. It survived last time with like minimal HP. I think this Ekans maybe just has higher defense or that leer damage. It's the crits. Okay, we're going to switch out this guy. We don't need Ekans to die right now. We need Ekans to get HP. So we're going to let Charmeleon do it. Oh, it's wrapped. We can't switch him out. I forgot about wrap. All right, we poison sting until Ekans dies. Which Ekans? I don't know. Crit. Come on. Come on. You just got crit. That leer, man. Ekans is gonna die the second this other Ekans uses... Oh, wild Ekans was free, but my Ekans is not. You really had to crit there. I think you're gonna die. Oh, he's losing leer. He's not smart. Although he is still being hurt by the wrap, which is an issue. Kill it? Oh, no, so close. If it uses leer again, I might survive. And we're free, but I outspeed? Yes! A struggle for real. 53 experience points from that wild Ekans battling it. Alright, now we gotta get out of here. Charmeleon will take out this guy, whoever this guy is. I'm hoping it's a level 6 wild Ekans. No, it's a level 10 Mankey. Ekans cannot fight you. He will die. But experience points are experience points, and we're not about to let a Mankey get away. Oh, with critting. Good lord, that would have... My poor baby Ekans would have died. See, Ekans got the same amount of experience points from that, though. That was 52 points from the level 10 Mankey, and then battling the level 6. Yeah, so I think we'll let Ekans fight the little ones on his own, and then we'll let Charmeleon fight the other ones until Ekans gets to a point where he can, like, actually kill things on his own. Because he definitely can't do that right now. It's not a good time. It's really not a good time for Ekans. Although I will say having one person in the party makes that scene in the Pokemon Center go way faster. Because you don't have to worry about multiple balls going onto the thing. Balls. Yeah, so like a level 10 Rattata, I don't know if he can kill. There is only one way to try, but also the level 10 Pokemon, if they're giving like 50 experience, it's the same Ekans is getting from the babies, you know? And if Ekans is getting that from like the level, what were they, like 6s? Then I don't see the point. Level 10 Rattata, 40 experience. Yeah, there's barely a differential there. So easier to do it the fast way than to struggle and watch Ekans barely get like 50 experience points. Yeah, we're just grinding today, my humans, which means we're also just chatting while we grind, and we have a few things to talk about. Not really. We have a few things we can talk about, though, which is that I have other games to play, especially once this is done. I mean, this is going to take a while. Obviously, the Ekans grind and beating the whole game is going to be an effort. But once we get... No, 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 no. Baby. My baby girl. Mm-mm. You're not here. I have a bunch of other games that I can play on stream that I am interested in playing because I've never played them before. And I'm curious as to what you guys want me to play on stream. You guys, I say, to all of chat. Chat, Twitch, broadly speaking. Anyone who wants to weigh in at all and tell me what to play, really. Yeah. So we've got a few game options, and we're going to see how well I can remember them while switch training Ekans. The first game that I know I have, and I have barely touched, is Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is like a D&D-esque fantasy adventure game in which you travel around with some companions as part of your party and do things. There's some kind of internal timer of the game that I know of. Like, this is not going to give me much experience points at all, but it's better than like a 2-minute long battle. Yeah, there's some sort of internal timer in the game, I know, plot-wise. But I also know that most people who play Baldur's Gate don't actually finish the game. According to some stats that came out about Baldur's Gate a few months ago, they said that a majority of people have started the game multiple times. The average player has started the game at least 3 times. And like less than 30% or about 30% of the people who have started any games of Baldur's Gate have actually finished the game. And apparently there are still some cutscenes that have never been triggered because it's a D&D based game. So a lot of things happen based on dice rolls. So, yeah, obviously I'm not going to be attempting to trigger anything on account of I don't know what the game is even. I know that there is some strange vampire twink who people are obsessed with for some reason. I've seen pictures of him. I don't get it. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. I also know that there's like a really, really hot tiefling who hangs out with your party. There's a Githyanki, and there's a couple humans, I believe. So, I've seen the memes. I know the Baldur's Gate memes. I just, have not yet played the game. I think I started a game, and then almost immediately stopped, and that was entirely because the next time I was like, I should play the game. I had to update it first, and I am personally annoyed when games have to update because I am from the world of cartridges and discs, which means that when you get a game, that's it. You put the game in, you play it when you want to play it. This idea that I would wait for a game to update when I want to play a game is like terrible to me. And I understand. It's just me being an old person and not... knowing the specs of the games. But like, even when I was playing games on my PlayStation 4, my PlayStation 4 was not hooked up onto the internet for a very long time, to a point that my brother considered just terrible. He would come in and be like, why don't you have internet access? Because my brother games with his friends through the PlayStation. And I'm like, no, we game through Discord. Like, oh, I already have Charmeleon out. So, yeah. Anyhow, I did eventually hook my PlayStation to the internet, and I regretted it almost immediately because I had on my PlayStation 4 100% completion of Kingdom Hearts 3, all of the trophies. Yes, thank you very much. Um, I had all the trophies and I had 100% completion, and it was so nice to have my golden trophy and for it to be like, you did all of the things. And I was like, yes, thank you. I am special. I know. And then after hooking up my computer to the internet, I no longer had 100% completion because I was missing 2 trophies because of DLC. And I personally think DLCs are garbage. Just all of them. I think there are some points you could make for DLCs, like if a DLC kind of plays as its own game. Sure. Sure. I get it. That makes sense to me. But when a DLC is like one level or like a small level or like in the case of Kingdom Hearts 3, it was like 2 trophies out of I don't even remember how many I got. I was like, you're ruining my stats for no reason. And your DLC costs what? 30% of the game? Like, that's not worth it to me. If a DLC costs 30% of the game, it should also be 30% of the gameplay, which means on top of the, I don't know, 60, let's assume 60 minutes for a game. That's real low, but like, we're just going to make an assumption. If a game takes an hour to play, then the DLC should take 20 minutes to play. Which means if a game takes 60 hours to play, the DLC should take 20 hours to complete, which I understand is like a really high standard. But that is, I value my time and money for, you know, what I'm spending on games, and I would like it to be valuable where my run and choose at. So I think DLCs should be worth how much you were paying for them. And quite frankly, I don't want to play 30% of the game or the total game cost, you know, for a DLC that I'm going to beat in like an hour. It's just not worth my time, broadly speaking. And generally, from what I have seen of DLCs, they're not usually that worth it. I mean, yeah, it's the biggest issue I have with like the latest Pokemon games is that they've released a lot of things through DLC for like, oh, wrong button, for like pretty high prices, I would consider. Everyone's like, it's only $20 or whatever, how much it costs. But $20, the game cost me $60. That's a significant portion. And I don't want to pay, you know, a significant portion of the game cost for not that much more gameplay value. Especially since, in at least the latest Pokemon game, they were like, we're introducing a ton of new stuff. Look at all these new Pokemon you can get that aren't native to the region. And at first, I was very excited because I am a person who completes the national dex. I love dexing in Pokemon. It's how I spend most of my time, I'm going to be honest. I don't breed. I don't shiny hunt usually. Like, shinies are fun when they happen, but I don't usually do it that often. I don't do that, but I do complete my national dex, which is a long grind usually to get all of the Pokemon that you need for the entire dex, especially as the dex has now exceeded 1,000 Pokemon. But in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, once they started introducing like some Galarian Pokemon via raids, Terra raids or whatever, I was like, cool, they're going to release the national dex, or at least, you know, like a Galarian expansion of the dex. And then they didn't. You could catch like a Cinderace from in the game, like as a natural part of the game. They were just spawning as Terra raids, and you could catch them and breed them and get, you know, score bunnies and rabbits. And oh, Ekans knows bite, game changer. Let's see if Ekans can fight something with bite. But yeah, I was catching all these like Galarian Pokemon, and I was like, oh, cool. I can complete my national dex. And then guess what happened? There was no national dex. Oh, look at the damage. God bless the Ekans nose bite. All right. Ooh, and 80 experience points. That's nice. All right, Ekans. We're in. At least for Rattatas. You can kill Rattatas. When you learn another... Oh, no. He's going to kill you. Oh, thank... How is my Ekans just now being like, oh, we crit? We crit. Like, thank you. But more and more. Look, 2 crits in a row. He got tired of switch training. He was like, no, put me in, coach. And you know what? I feel you, Ekans. I feel you. Anyhow, so there's my beef with the DLCs. And also kind of online play in general. I keep pressing the wrong button. I have that problem. I always talk to Nurse Joy forever. I get caught in the Nurse Joy talkie loop and I heal my Pokemon like 5 times in a row. Every time. But yeah, so I started playing Baldur's Gate and spent a very long time on character creation, like you do. Character customization is my favorite part of most games because I am a person who grew up on dress-up games as a child. It's how I spent most of my time on the internet. Back in the day when the internet wasn't as expansive and entertaining and encompassing as it is now. Admittedly, I still think dress-up games go hard. Love dress-up games. They're so fun. But I spent like hours making my character, and then I started the game, and then I had to stop because it was late. And the next day I was like, I should play more of Baldur's Gate. And I opened it up, and it was like, it needs to update. And then for some reason, in order to install, I don't even remember how big the update was. Let's assume it was something small. It was like a 5 gig update. It was like a 5 gig update. And I was like, that shouldn't take long. And then it was like, we need to partition the space for the entire game again. And Baldur's Gate is a very big game file. So it was going to take a while. And in fact, I think I was like, no, we're not going to do that now. I'll play League instead. And I played League. And while I was... after I played League, and I was like, I'll let Baldur's Gate update overnight because it's going to partition a bunch of stuff, right? It's going to take forever. Left it running overnight to update, and it was still not done in the morning. It was like a 14-hour long update, and I don't know, maybe it was my Wi-Fi, maybe something was wrong with my game files. It just took way too long, and I couldn't. I was dying. I was like, I'm not going to do this and have it update like this every time. I want to buy finished games, and I want games to not need all of these extra updates afterwards. And I understand some bugs, and honestly, like, I understand game developers wanting to fix bugs. But at the same time, like, if the bug isn't going to break the gameplay, I don't mind. And part of that is, like, I grew up in a time where it wasn't a big deal. But it's really irksome to, have the time that you have and try to be a good person who, like, manages their time well. And then to be like, actually, you can't because your game's got to update. And then you can't until the game updates. And if the update's going to take 14 hours, you can't play when you want to play. And I want to play games when I want to play my games. And if I can't do that, it's going to bother me. So that's why I hadn't played Baldur's Gate. Although I am pleased to announce the last couple of times Baldur's Gate had to update, for me at least, it did it in like 5 minutes, which is much more reasonable span of time. So I'd be willing, now that Baldur's Gate has done its updates and doesn't appear to be updating as frequently, I'd be down to play some Baldur's Gate on stream. I have not yet played through almost any of the game. I think I think I ended up with like maybe a total of an hour of actual gameplay or less. An hour or less of actual gameplay before I stopped. So I've got a significant portion of all of the game to play because I only know the introduction, and quite frankly, I don't even remember it that well. Yeah. Yeah. It's been like that. Other games I could play. We're just gonna go through them, and I'll talk about them forever since Ekans got to grow. He got to be a big, strong boy for us. Um, Another game I recently got on Steam that I would love to play, and I'm very excited about playing whenever I play it on or off stream. I'll do I'll do either. It's called A Little to the Left, and it's a game. It's a puzzle game of like organization, which are two of my favorite things in the world. I love puzzles and I love organization. If you would like to see some of the puzzles and or organization thingies that I like doing. Actually, mostly organization, to be honest with you. It's mostly organization. I posted a TikTok. Yeah. For the first time in 2 years. Um, uh, Posted a TikTok in which I organized a ton of embroidery floss. So it's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. I don't remember how many links I have down. If you like scroll a little bit below the video, there's like an about section. You can get links to my Discord there. You can get links to my Instagram. I believe my YouTube channel is also there. And Patreon. I am technically allowed to become a Twitch affiliate and have not. Oh no, Ekans, you better outspeed the Spearow. Good boy. Um, yeah. Um, I have a Patreon, technically. Um, right now, there's only, I believe, access to if you're in the Discord and you give me like, I don't know, $1 a month on Patreon, it's like you could change the color of your name on Discord. You get access to colors and we'll add rules and stuff eventually. And the other higher tier is access to my Minecraft server, which is actually down right now because no one plays Minecraft with me. But if you join, I will start my Minecraft server almost immediately. I love playing Minecraft. I play boring Minecraft, but I'm obsessed with it. I love Minecraft. It's so much fun for me. Can also continue playing Minecraft. Anyhow, all of that is to say, I got an organizational game on Steam. It's called Little to the Left, and I would absolutely love to, I mean, just to play it, broadly speaking. But if you guys would like to see it on stream, we'll happily play A Little to the Left on stream, and you can watch me struggle, probably. I'm going to be honest. As much as I love puzzles, I do find some of them challenging. I'm curious as to the challenge level of this game. But I don't know. I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to have a lot of fun with it. It'll be a good time. Next option for game, Minecraft. Obviously, I've played Minecraft before. I love Minecraft. I have been playing mostly on my friends' servers, which is why I haven't been streaming Minecraft. Sorry, guys. Although if you want me to stream with my friends, let me know. I can ask them. I don't want to stream them without their permission, but I don't think you could take the seconds. You're going to die. Unless he uses Growl a bunch, but we don't know yet. I can stream with my friends if you guys would like me to. And if my friends say yes. But we've been playing they've been trying to introduce me to the world of modded Minecraft, but I'm going to be honest, I don't really understand Minecraft mods. They most of them don't make sense to me. I would love to figure out how to use, there's a Minecraft mod for storage organization, but quite frankly, I would also just like to figure out how to do storage organization in regular Minecraft, because I know there's a way, like there's got to be a way with like hoppers and redstones, and that part makes sense to me, but everything else is very confusing to me. as far as like order goes and whatnot. So I would love to learn how to do some kind of crazy massive storage project in regular survival Minecraft. Don't know how yet, but I would like to learn. I'm trying to heal Ekans. I forgot. So we can always do some Minecraft. And when I do play Minecraft, you guys are allowed to tell me what to do, which is fun for both, for me at least. Even though last time someone had me get attacked by phantoms, it's okay. I understand. Yeah, it happens. So it happens. We have a good time. Um, it's chaos. Ekans is level 15. Every time Charmeleon gets experience points, I'm like, what a waste. Just because. Get out of my way, little kid. I'm trying to get a Pokemon Center. My Ekans is dying. And let's be honest, if that little kid had a trainer class, he would probably have like an Ekans. Actually, he would probably have like a Rattata. But still. Rude to get in my way. Other games I can play on stream that I am also interested in playing on stream is Breath of the Wild. I know it's old. It has been quite some time since it came out. A lot by years. It's a my concern with Breath of the Wild, just from what I know about it, is that it's an open world RPG. And I played Pokemon not correctly. The Paldean Pokemon games on stream, I played very incorrectly. And I just know I'm going to do something weird. I love Zelda games. I've only played a couple of them though in my life, and that's because I watched my brother play more of them. So the games I played by myself, actually the only game I played by myself all the way through was Skyward Sword, which I loved. I thought it was so fun. And I cried when I beat the game because I get emotionally attached to video games just all the time. Pokemon doesn't make me cry because Pokemon is very much a like, yeah, I beat you, haha, I grew strong. But in like very story heavy games, like Zelda games, Kingdom Hearts games, the endings, man. I'm just a baby about them. It's not very effective. Well, that's going to be a problem now, isn't it, Mankey? Get some wrap damage on you. No, he missed. Yeah, I get very attached to games. I actually was once... Oh, that actually did a decent amount of damage. That shouldn't do much. Not even like a type effectiveness thing, just a... How much damage did this do? More. Love to see it. A lot of fighting type moves actually do damage based on the weight of the Pokemon. Beautiful. Good job, Ekans. Proud of you. Yeah. So I will cry at the end of most RPGs, or at least very story heavy RPGs. It's just, I don't know. When you actually care about the characters and think about them as like people living their own stories and their own lives, which they are technically, even though they are characters, a well-written story will do that to you. And I personally, as a person who loves stories, just think it's fantastic, beautiful, great writing. Here for it. The ending of Final Fantasy VII made me cry. The original. I played it as an adult too. It came out when I was a child, but I played it fully as an adult. I had never played it as a kid. I watched part of it. I know I had a friend who played it because we made jokes and references to Cloud and Sephiroth all the time. And I watched my friend play through a chunk of it, but I never played it myself. I didn't know the whole experience of it. So I didn't know what was happening, what was going on. Never actually finished the game. I knew of Cloud, Sephiroth, Tifa, Aerith, etc. I knew the cast. Did not know much of the story other than like Cloud has big sword, he fight thing. That was all. That was it. And as an adult, I was talking to a friend of mine, and they grew up like playing Final Fantasy VII. And talk when the remake came out, he was very excited about it. He was like, "The remake's coming out. It's going to be amazing. We're going to play the remake, aren't we?" And I was like, "I've never actually played Final Fantasy VII." And he was like, "Oh well, you have to then because it's going to be great." And I've heard great things. I'm not here to like bash on anyone's favorite stuff. Broadly speaking, enjoy what you enjoy. Have a good time. Um, but it got to the point where he was just like, "You have to play the remake," and I was like, "All right, fine, I'll play the remake." So I had never played Final Fantasy VII. I had been told it was a great game. By many, many people. I'm positive it was good at this point in my life. And I got the remake. And I played through the remake. And it was not good. I did not enjoy the remake for quite a few reasons. A lot of it is like post-game value, which I kind of understand because, yeah, that's just kind of, how games, RPG games go. RPGs don't usually have post-game value. You finish the story and then it's over. I don't know why I used to bite there. But I played through the remake and it was just not what I was expecting. The characters all felt very one note. They were not very well developed, almost any of them. Sorry. There were so many things in the plot that were just completely unexplained that just didn't make any sense to me. I was so confused. And I know how to play video games and follow a story. I am good at that. So I was very confused as to what was going on the whole time, please. I needed some sort of explanation. Honestly, I was lost. And I was like, this isn't how games work. It should make more sense than this. There were still parts of it that were great and funny, and I still appreciated it a lot. But then the game ended, and it was like definitively not over, which I knew because the only thing I knew about Final Fantasy VII at that point really was that I got to fight Sephiroth. And spoiler alert, question mark? No Sephiroth battle, or at least not like big bad Sephiroth battle. There was like baby Sephiroth battle, but like not the way an RPG works where you only fight the boss once, you know? And I was confused. And it wasn't good. And I was like, you know what? This friend of mine has now moved away. We don't talk as much. It will be fine if I never tell him that his favorite childhood game sucks. Like, he doesn't need to hear that from me. It's fine. And just never brought it up for a while until like months later when we were, I think, playing D&D. And he finally was like, "Hey, did you ever play Final Fantasy VII?" And I was like, "I did play the remake." And he was like, "How was it?" And then I had to tell him that his favorite game was not great. And then, of course, he was confused. And he was like, "What? What do you mean? It's a great game." And I was like explaining some things to him, and he got confused. He was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Aha, there's a disconnect here." So I asked, "Have you played the remake?" And he said no. And I was like, "Oh, maybe you should." And then he played the remake. And about, I want to say like 4 days later, texted me and was like, "Go buy the original right now because it is a completely different game." And I was like, "Sure, I will buy the original." I did caveat that I would buy the original. I think I was I was like hanging out with someone at the time. And um I was like, I'll get it when I go home. And he was like, okay. And then by the time I got home, he'd gifted it to me on Steam. And I was like, ooh, Final Fantasy VII. So I started playing, like you do. And I was playing my Final Fantasy game, and I was having a good time. And I was playing it just by myself off stream. I wasn't streaming at that point, not as often at least. I had a Twitch. I've always had a Twitch, just never actually actively streamed um, until now. So I was getting ready to play my Final Fantasy VII. I started playing the game, and I played the game the way I play most games, which is I kill you. And I'm strong because levels exist, and I can level up and just murder everything. And then one day, I'd been playing this game for like maybe a week, right? I had a friend who saw, like on Discord, that I was playing Final Fantasy VII. And he was like, oh, you are playing Final Fantasy VII? Let me watch. And I was like, okay. And I started streaming to him on Discord. And he he watched one fight, essentially. I ran into something wild and had to kill it. And he was like, excuse me? And I was like, yes. And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I press attack button. I swing with sword. It dies. And he was like, yes, 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 I see that. You're magic, though. And I did not understand. I was like, what magic? Because I don't play casters, essentially. Almost ever in anything. I've never played a mage. And when I play Kingdom Hearts, as you've probably noticed, when I play Kingdom Hearts, no magic. Um, just never. I'm just not. I'm not a mage. I'm not built like a mage. My brain doesn't do that. So I was confused. I was like, "What are you talking about? I don't need magic. This is a fighting game. Cloud's got a sword. He's gonna cut shit open, and it's gonna be fun." And I did. And he was like, no, no, no. You need magic. Go level your magic. And my friends essentially sent me on a quest to go level my magic. I was like, fine. So I went on a quest to go level my magic. And I had to ask him how, because I didn't know what I was doing, because I don't use magic. He was like, just use a bunch and you'll gain levels in it and they'll get stronger and stuff like that. Essentially, he saw when I hovered my magic that I knew Cure. And if you have ever played a Final Fantasy game, you know that the highest tier of the Cure spell is not Cure, it is Curaga. And I didn't know, so I didn't bother. Until he told me to level my magic, and then he sent me on a quest to go level my magic, and he told me, quote unquote, to explore as I do it, because he noticed that I was also missing some stuff. And I'm good at exploring in video games, but there were also some parts of the map that I was like, I can't go there. And he was like, yes, you can. And I had to figure out how. The answer was chocobos, which is great. I love chocobos. And the funny thing is that I wanted a yellow chocobo just because I was like, that's the color of a chocobo. Like, that's the one I want. Turns out they do. They actually do have a different function in that game. But I played with chocobos. I leveled my magic, and then I learned how to exploit magic. Ooh, Sephiroth's feet is here. Hi. We're actually talking about Sephiroth right now. Not really. We're talking about Final Fantasy VII though, so we will talk about Sephiroth in a little bit. But this is the story of how I absolutely failed at playing Final Fantasy VII because I didn't level my magic until the very end. But then, when I did get my magic, I learned how to exploit the magic, which is, there is a summon spell in Final Fantasy VII called Knights of the Round, which is, I believe, short for Knights of the Round Table, in which you summon the Knights of the Round Table, and they all like kind of fly across the screen and hit your opponent for damage, whatever, you know? And that's great because they are very strong and they do a lot of damage. The better thing is that there is another spell called Mimic. And yeah. All the summons is like a mess, right? It's so hard to find all of them and learn how to use them. And then to level them, it's like it takes so much time. But Knights of the Round does so much damage. And then there's a second spell called Mimic. And if you level your party, just like slightly over leveled, chances are Cloud is going to be the fastest person in your party. He's going to outspeed everything. But Tifa, if you have her in your party, she also has like a really high speed stat. So you can, whatever essentially Cloud does, you can make Tifa do. And Mimic will mimic spells and summons, which means that if you max level Knights of the Round and max level Mimic and you put them on Cloud and Tifa respectively, you can get off 2 Knights of the Round for free, or for the cost of 1 rather, which is insane amounts of damage. Just like absolutely insane. Yeah, like we're talking 24 rounds of, I want to say, like 2k damage each. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, it's amazing. I didn't realize Ekans was dying. I need to get my boy to a Pokemon Center. So I had done this and I had learned this cheat, essentially. It's not really a cheat, obviously. It's available in the standard gameplay. But I did this and then immediately was like, this is broken. And my friend who had sent me on this quest was like, I finally beat my magic and I told him and I was like, I'm gonna go beat the game now. And he was like, okay, I want to watch. And so I started streaming for him the final fight at the end of Final Fantasy VII, the original. And I he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, if I make Cloud use Knights of the Round and then I make Tifa use Mimic, Knights of the Round goes off twice. And he was like, what? And the answer is yes. And the answer is then Sephiroth dies in 1 turn of combat. Yes, that is correct. Sephiroth will die in 1 turn of combat if you are high enough leveled and you have maxed out Knights of the Round and Mimic. So I killed Sephiroth in literally 1 turn of combat and then immediately realized that I had not been playing the game correctly, because in Final Fantasy VII, all of your characters have finish moves. And I don't know what their names are. It's not important. Except for, it kind of is, because at the end of the game, when you fight Sephiroth, Cloud is supposed to fight Sephiroth with a particular move. A move I do not know the name of. I've forgotten it. But essentially, once you get his HP down to 0, the game cutscenes. And you go into a cutscene and Cloud does his like super finish move and defeats Sephiroth, you know? Except for I had gone back to level my magic and I had not leveled any of my finish moves, which means I was still playing with like level 1 finish move for Cloud. And so in the middle of this very intense cutscene where Cloud is fighting Sephiroth, the game pauses and a little text bubble pops up and says, Cloud learned the finish move of name I don't remember. I want to say it starts with a Z. And I want to say Sora can actually learn it in Kingdom Hearts, but I don't remember the name of it. And so yeah, in the middle of this very emotional cutscene where Cloud is finally defeating Sephiroth, it paused so that he could learn the right finish move and then do his finish move, and that's how the game ended. And then it was still very sad and emotional because it's Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, I did beat the game. It did make me cry, and I did do it incorrectly. Yes. So if you are playing the original Final Fantasy VII, which I do highly recommend, it's a great game. I loved it, despite the fact that I played it wrong, just the whole way through. Um, uh, don't go to the end yet. You don't need to. Spend some time. Go level your magic. Go explore the map. Get yourself a yellow chocobo. I think they called them golden chocobos in the game. It takes a while to get a yellow chocobo. But you can get yourself a yellow chocobo, a good little chocobo who will do all of the things for you. Explore the map. Go everywhere. Find all of the items. And when you get Knights of the Round, you can demolish everything. All those optional boss battles that are happening, Knights of the Round. You'll be fine. Like, it's so broken. You do have to spend some time to level it up first, because the more you level it up, obviously, the stronger it gets. But, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it is a grind. I want to say I ended Final Fantasy VII, the original, with 65 hours of game time. And that is with the grind to level all of my magic. And also, in doing so, I want to say I ended with Cloud just at some insanely high level. Not like, I don't know what the max is. I definitely didn't hit max, but Cloud was significantly above where he was supposed to be when I ended the game. And yeah, it's a grind. It is, however, worth it, and the game is phenomenal. Are you playing the original or are you playing the remakes? Because I've not played the second one. What's the second one? Rebirth? I played the remake, the first remake. I never played Rebirth. Although I've seen some of the gameplay, and the gameplay feels a little bit more true to the original game, which I really enjoyed. They did change a couple little plot-based things, though, just to make sure that you get to certain characters, which I understand. Like, you put a lot of effort into, like, animating characters and finding voice actors for them. It's hard, but yeah. Ooh, you have the original. You should play the original. I know it's hard for, like, the newer generations to kind of go back and play old games because it was made in 1997. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. The remake, it was almost worth playing just to look at Cloud Strife. I'm gonna be honest. Like, just to see Cloud Strife in 4K HD quality, beautiful, fantastic, phenomenal, no notes, absolutely amazing. Just every strand of hair. He has like freckles. He's gorgeous. He doesn't have much of a personality, I will say, in that first game. He really doesn't have a personality, but he is very nice to look at. And then that also means that additionally, you get Tifa in beautiful HD quality, which is great. And also everyone else, but like Cloud, Tifa, Sephiroth. Oof, when you get to Sephiroth, yeah. Oh, yes, the cross-dressing scene. I understand. I know where you're coming from. It is fantastic, phenomenal. A plus, A plus, just in graphics, right? You watch those and you're like, amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, phenomenal. Exactly. No, I feel you. Sephiroth is also. Did I heal? I'm not paying attention. Sorry, I'm having a conversation. um, but yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's so pretty to look at. Everything is gorgeous. They also did like in-time combat instead of turn-based combat, which was interesting for the game because the original Final Fantasy game is turn-based combat. It plays kind of like a Pokemon game where at the beginning of combat, you choose your attacks and then it just happens based on like speed stats, is how the original game plays. And you do have to deal with worse graphics. Cloud looks very much like a series of triangles. And the game came out in 1997. It's It's old. It's of the quality we would expect for a game that came out in 1997. But there are some cutscenes in it, and they're all like for when it came out, it's actually really good. Like the map work is great. The way that they made the plot work is phenomenal. Like it's a really good game. So yeah, highly, highly recommend Final Fantasy VII to the original to everyone now. Now that I've played it, only I think a few years ago at this point, but like absolutely phenomenal. And I might pick up Rebirth eventually. I'm concerned. I'm still concerned just because of the way the plot went in Remake. Was not my favorite. Although I am still curious about parts of the plot. I don't know if it's worth playing myself or if maybe I should just like find a streamer who's playing it and watch it on stream because I like watching people play video games. So maybe. But yeah, those high quality Sephiroths. Although I will have to say about most video games that do high quality like graphics to increase, they don't usually hold up when they're realistic. They're like, we're going to make it realistic. And then like 10 years later, or not even 10 years later, 5 years later, 2 years later, it's already super outdated. Have I played Omori? I have not. I've never, is this, no, it doesn't. I was like, I recognize Ori, and I'm like, Ori and the Blind Forest? I've heard of, I have not played. I don't know what Omori is. Is it good? Should I play it? I'm down to, I was actually, like, this whole long tangent that I've been on for I don't know how long has essentially been trying to figure out what I'm going to play next on Twitch. Because this current challenge is a challenge my brother gave me to beat the Pokemon game as if I am Jesse and James from Team Rocket. Hence the Ekans. I need him to be able to get through Nugget Bridge. We're at the second gym, and it's going to be a struggle. Yeah. It's devastating and made me rethink my entire life choices. Oh, wonderful. That's definitely something everyone needs in their life. Oof. Oof. Oh, man. Me about to, like, Google this and then also regret my life choices. I feel like this game's gonna be sad. And generally speaking, I don't like to make my life sad. But if you really want me to play this game, like on stream, I will. Just tell me what game and what time to play. I can be on most of the time, to be honest, at this point right now. But if you have a preference, let me know. I'll play games on stream with you guys. And yeah, I was actually trying to consider which games to play next on stream. I've only so far thought of a few, and we've been going through them very slowly. And this whole rant section has been supposed to be me talking about a Zelda game, and barely spoke about Breath of the Wild. But I can play Breath of the Wild. Beautiful. Yeah, Sephiroth's fate has always been a goat. Every time. Ekans, no, don't die! So yeah, right now my goal is to finish this Pokemon run through. Although I'm thinking maybe in the evenings I'll play a different game. I like waking up with Pokemon though. Pokemon makes me happy in the morning. So I'm trying to think of like an evening game to play. I was thinking maybe Baldur's Gate because I have Baldur's Gate and I've never played it. There's a fun puzzle organizational game called A Little to the Left, which I would love to play. I've never played it either, and I think that would be fun for me personally. Could always play more Minecraft. Maybe start my Minecraft server again. It's been down for a while. Or just continue playing on my friend's Minecraft server for the moment. Or my other friend's Realm, which is more fun for me because it's vanilla. There's also Breath of the Wild, which I've never played. And likewise, Tears of the Kingdom, which I've never played. Um, I also have a couple of like old games or older games on Steam and some newer games on Steam that I've just never touched. Not for any reason, just just because I was feeling nostalgic and I got them, and then like I never actually played them. So sometimes I get games just because I'm like, that would be interesting to play, and then I don't play them because I'm bad at stuff. Um, but A Little to the Left is definitely one of those games where it came out and I saw it and I was like, I want to play that. I just, I've got such a what happened? Oh, it was you clicked the button. The Pokemon died and I zoned out. So I've been playing. I mostly like been playing on my own, you know, like you do. I could also play Skyrim. I've never actually played Skyrim, and I've got multiple friends who are obsessed. Lots of RPGs. My friends play RPGs. What can I say? I once upon a time played Mini Motorways on Steam. On stream. I love Mini Motorways. I play it kind of to a certain goal. It's if you've never seen Mini Motorways, it's a game where you are essentially a civil engineer and you have to build roads to get items to their destination. That's the goal. And I am not good at it because I'm not a civil engineer. But it is great fun. We also at some point, I think after Pokemon, right? So if I do like main series games in the morning and then maybe another game in the evening, we'll do Pokemon first to get it done. Once Pokemon finishes, we need to switch to Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm so excited for Kingdom Hearts 1. I am so excited for Kingdom Hearts 1. Especially now that it's on Steam and I can play it on my computer. I still probably will play on PlayStation because I have it on my PlayStation for fun, like in my free time. But the challenge becomes, do I get 100% completion of Kingdom Hearts 1 on Steam? I don't really care because I've already done it multiple times. So I don't really need to do it again. But I could. I also play for fun on my own Power Wash Simulator for the same reason of so satisfying. I love Power Wash Simulator too much, arguably. Yeah, it's a great game. It is exactly what you expect from a game, and I'm obsessed. And if you guys want to watch Power Wash Simulator on stream, I'll play Power Wash Simulator on stream. I loved it. And in fact, would play it again. I don't remember if I actually streamed a game I played once called Carto. It's a really cute little RPG. It's fast. About like a little cartographer. You go around, you make maps, and the way the map mechanism worked in the game was really interesting. I could play that again. But I have played it before, so I will know all the spoilers. So if you're not into that, sorry. I'm concerned about saying this in like a public way because if someone asks me to play them, I will feel obligated. But at the same time, like I'm also very worried for myself. I do own The Witcher and BioShock. And I have never played any of the games. Any of the Witcher games, any of the BioShock games. I'm worried about the BioShock games because I've heard that the first one takes place underwater. And I am afraid of water in video games. Oh no, Ekans is gonna die! Oh, but if he doesn't use Quick Attack and I outspeed. He used Quick Attack! Whew, Ekans. Barely holding on, man. This is why you're doing great. I'm gonna die getting out of here. Okay, Charmander! Charmeleon! You must come save Ekans. Yeah, so BioShock I've heard takes place mostly underwater, which is why I've been afraid of playing it and haven't played it. The Witcher, I've heard fantastic things about. I've never played. I did watch the first 2 seasons of the Netflix Switcher show, and I really enjoyed it just for world building and plot. So could play those too. And then an old game that I got because of childhood nostalgia is Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is a game where you play as the owner of a theme park, essentially. And you build roller coasters. You can build roller coasters. You can just use pre-made roller coasters. There's just different like quests and stuff for each level, but you essentially your job is to run a theme park. And I am always up to shenanigans when I play Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it is a game from my childhood that I loved playing, and that I think would be really fun to look at again and to see how it works. Oh, also, I've never been a normal. What does normal mean? I've never been a regular gamer, like of the gamer stereotypes. Mostly in that I never picked up games like when they were popular. I'm bad at that, except for Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts I played in its heyday, and I played on release. Pokemon games I played in its heyday on release. I am on that Pokemon grind all the time. I love Pokemon games. So I could I could I could always go back to those. I love them. They're my favorites. Absolutely obsessed. There's also another game I've been playing with my friends on weekends, though. It would only be on weekends. And that is Dale and Dawson Paper Supply Company. It's like Dale and Dawson Stationery Supplies is essentially Among Us, but The Office. So you play as a bunch of office workers, and your office workers are assigned roles, and you're either like a regular employee or a slacker. And then one person is randomly the manager. And the manager's job is to find the slackers and fire them in like a certain amount of time. And I am not good at the game. I think I only ever caught one slacker, like actually caught one slacker. Ooh, glare. What does glare do? I don't remember it being useful. Yes, it is not. But you have a Leer, so we're going to get rid of Leer. Oh, also, there's a game that isn't out yet. It hasn't, not full release yet, at least. I got it at, like, a demo of it. It's called Tiny Glade. And it's just the cutest, coziest building game ever. It's like you build, like, castles and cities and towns. And it's so cute and adorable. And I played the demo, and I am obsessed. And every time I would find something new in the demo, I would be like, I wonder if I can do this. And then something even cuter would happen, and it was amazing. So if you want to build castles and towns and cottages and little cities, Tiny Glade, when it gets at full release, I'm 100% on it. I'm so obsessed. I think it's the cutest game in the world. I love it so much. So much. So much. Me and the friends haven't played Lethal Company ever since we switched to Dale and Dawson. We've been mostly playing that. And I have been considering weekly, depending on how people feel about it. Doing my League of Legends ranked grind on Steam. On stream. Steam and stream are too close together as words. They're hard. So I don't know if anyone's interested in some League of Legends gameplay. Some really bad League of Legends gameplay, I should say. I'm silver. I'm not good at the game. I'm in silver. And unfortunately, unlike the Olympics, silver in League doesn't mean that I'm second best in the entire world. It means that I'm very, very low. Very, very low. But if anyone wants to watch some League of Legends, we can stream some League of Legends. Yeah, I probably start splitting up streams to do like a morning stream and an evening stream on different days of the week. And evening stream days will be just something different. I want to do Pokemon in the morning because I have accepted this challenge and I'm ready and willing and able to see it through to the end. And would love to. So yeah, that's gonna happen. I need to also put a poll up, I think, on my Discord. I have a Discord just for stream purposes that it hasn't really been used much. I'm trying to get it in use more active, adding some bots that will like post when I'm streaming, etc. But yeah, gotta get that Discord up and running. I keep doing this. I keep forgetting that Ekans is like dying. I think you can survive. Yeah, that's right, Ekans. I believe in you. Beautiful. I keep talking to the Pokemon Center. It's just like, come heal your Pokemon. I know, Pokemon Center. I know. Now that Ekans is like level higher, I think he's a 20. We're almost to the point where I can be like, maybe Nugget Bridge. I'm so worried about Nugget Bridge. I know there's a rival fight. I can't remember it's before or after. And it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. It's not gonna be fun. I'm not gonna have fun. It's not gonna be a good time. Ekans is only at level 20, which means I need to get this Ekans to like... That hurt so much. I'm thinking Ekans needs to be at least 30 before this fight. And I think because a lot of this is going to become moved based, we're going to need to stop Ekans from evolving so he can learn some moves earlier, especially since the game is still really early. And I don't have TMs. Would love some TMs. Please. Yeah, yes. So, Ekans gotta get leveled here. Alright, so I do have my list of games that will eventually go up on my Discord. I'll try to get them up today after the stream ends, so that we can figure out what we're gonna do next. I also need to I just have a bunch of stuff to do. I say a bunch of stuff to do. I also have a bunch of stuff I would like to do. Which I think I guess I can mention it on stream, so it doesn't really matter. I've picked up embroidering because I like embroidering and cross-stitching, broadly speaking. But I'm trying to think of like essentially a series of videos I could do embroidering on like Instagram and TikTok. And I am torn between Pokemon and Minecraft, which is a hard choice. And then the second question there is in order or in random. And I kind of think if it's Pokemon, it's got to be in order, you know? Um, I think Minecraft could be random if I did do Minecraft, but I don't know if if I want to do it which way I want to do it. So I haven't decided yet. So I think I'll put those polls up on Discord too. I heard Discord can do polls now. And so that's fun. I would like to. I'm gonna mess around with Discord later and see what's going on. Once I get hungry, when I get hungry, I'll end the stream because then I have to go make myself food because your girl gotta eat, you know. But we're here and we got Sephiroth's feet, which is the best. Always miss Sephiroth's feet. Bum, 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 bum. But also, I will say Sephiroth, like, if we're going to talk about Sephiroth, Sephiroth is, like, the character that, like, just about everyone knows, right? Sephiroth is so... I don't know how he became so iconic in that he's not the main character and, in fact, has kind of very little screen time in the original Final Fantasy game that he is in. But then, like, is in Smash Bros. And also Kingdom Hearts. And just has the best boss battle music. It's just, I can listen to One Winged Angel at any point in my life. And if it's the original One Winged Angel, just absolutely go ashen. It is the most immediate, intense, like, oh, something's gonna happen, you know? Like, One Winged Angel is that. Stop it. I need to heal Ekans. Stop it, I say to myself, pressing the wrong button because I forget that I need to go heal my Ekans. Me to myself, always. It also is almost time to put Charmeleon away. Which I'm also sad about because, like, you know, he was the first Pokemon. He was the first. And it's gonna be sad. Well, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. But yeah, I'll have some polls up for games to play next, and also things I'm just going to be making on my own time because it's good to have crafty hobbies. I love crafting. Crafting is so much fun. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think anyone wants to watch me, like, embroider on stream. Even though I like embroidering. I love sewing. Sewing's a lot of fun. So I have a lot of projects I would like to do. I'm already, like, sensing a to-do list coming on, which I love. And yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to get all the things done. That'll be great. Oops, I used grab. I meant bite. I should move his moves around. I wonder, well, because I use bite more often, so it should be first. Yeah, let's see if I can do that right now. Right. Pokemon. Ekans. Summary. Moves. So yeah, switch. Put bite first. And wrap up top. Poison King Sting can stay where it is. beautiful. Let's keep running around. What if I alternate mornings and do Pokemon mornings and League of Legends ranked grind mornings? If so, we want to play League probably on Tuesdays. I do really like playing League. I genuinely enjoy the game. It is such a good game. Most people get mad at it. I like it a lot. I have a great time playing League. Oh, my poor little baby Ekans. He's gotten so big, though. We caught him at level 8. Already at level 21. Which means it's about time I need to get him to stop evolving. I think Ekans evolves at 22. Remember, a lot of first-gen Pokemon evolve kind of at random levels. They don't really get standardized until later. Love myself some Pokemon music. I keep thinking, did I move it? I did. Is it cheating if I look up when Ekans learns moves? Just to see if I want him to evolve into an Arbok or not. Wait, if Ekans is 6 feet long, how long is Arbok? Arbok's a huge snake. And I don't think Ekans or Arbok really learns anything of value after Acid. Especially this is Gen 3, not Gen 1. They were designed to be weak Pokemon, you know? Which means we're gonna have to teach it some moves. But what moves? I don't know. I do not know. I haven't thought about it that much yet. My first thought, honestly, is my first thought I have with every Pokemon, which is probably Earthquake. I teach everything Earthquake. I think Earthquake is such a good move. Mostly for double battle purposes. My big thing in Gen 3 was I would have a Pokemon with Earthquake, and then I would have another Pokemon with Levitate. And then in double battles, I would just use Earthquake and kill everything. That was my strategy. And if my Pokemon didn't have a Levitate, or if I accidentally swapped out my Pokemon with Levitate, I would accidentally kill them most of the time. Just because Earthquake is so strong. Which is a pretty good strat. I never looked at this Ekans nature. The next time we heal. He's due. 5 more bites. Or 2 more quick attacks. Probably take 1 more. 2 on the way out. Yep. I knew it! I knew it was happening. It's okay. It is okay. Let's go. I almost forgot to heal Ekans again. I just said I was going to. This little child. I love catching these guys like mid-step in Pokemon Centers. Okay. Ekans, what is your nature? Bashful. I don't know what that does for stats. I don't know why I was looking. I also don't really know what Shed Skin does. Oh, it stops him from being like poisoned or something. Or something. I think. Alright, my little baby. My Ekans is growing up so big and strong. Gosh, I think it's going to take this entire stream, and Ekans is not even going to be where I want him to be for this fight. If this is evolution, I have to stop it from happening. It is. Spam B. Don't do it, baby girl. I don't have an Everstone. I don't think I have an Everstone. Why would I have an Everstone? The game like just started. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta stop you from evolving. I need you to learn Acid, dude. And you'll learn Acid faster as an Ekans than as an Arbok, and I really need you to be able to solo Nugget Bridge. And Nugget Bridge in and of itself, not a big deal. The rival fight. I am so concerned for that rival fight that I know is going to happen. You know Bite. Do you learn Crunch? That would be nice. You get like a Crunch on the Ekans. I don't think he learns Crunch though. Might be able to learn some of the Fang moves if they exist in this game. Fire Fang, Ice Fang. But I'm thinking we need you to have like Acid for sure. I'm attached to Earthquake now that I've said it once. Ekans might need to know Strength because I'm gonna need someone who knows Strength. I don't remember how soon I need someone who knows Strength, but I do need Strength. Maybe Body Slam? Acid, Earthquake, Body Slam, Strength? I don't want to know Body Slam and Strength. Because, like, Body Slam is essentially like Strength, but maybe paralysis. I think Ekans can learn Dig, but Dig is pretty weak compared to Earthquake. And it's a 2-turn move, which is my concern with Dig. But then he's a free escape rope, which is nice. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. And now I'm thinking about movesets. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. This is gonna be... I've already lost myself in thought thinking about movesets too much. Too much thinking about movesets. I'll have to do some more research on movesets. Research on movesets. It's not even an Arbok yet. He doesn't even know Acid yet. He can't do Nugget Bridge. He's not going to learn moves. I'm concerned. Oh, also, I don't know if anyone has noticed this problem yet. I do have to make it through the game without Fly. Because none of these Pokemon can learn Fly. Which maybe explains why Team Rocket had a balloon. No Fly. And not flying isn't that much of a concern. The game is pretty, like, the map is pretty small. So it's not going to be that much of a bother. But that just means I need to be more direct, intentional with where I go and when. Also, I legitimately can't remember if Lickitung is going to be a Safari Zone encounter or if I have to trade for it. Because I know there's like these random guys in buildings who are like, I'll trade you for my Pokemon. And you trade for their Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure one of them is like a Mr. Mime. I actually just spoke to someone and I think it was like a Jinx, which I don't even know why you would want a Jinx. But at this point in the game, you like couldn't trade even if you wanted to because he wants a Slowbro. Like, first of all, have not run into any Slowpokes. Secondly, have not raised those Slowpokes into Slowbros. So I don't know what that's about. Oh man, yeah, there's no way Ekans is hitting level. I think maybe off stream if I have time later today. I said that yesterday too. If I have time later today, I will grind. And then I didn't. I actually had an allergy attack yesterday, so I had to go to bed early. But so it goes. After this, though, I have a few games that need to be updated on Steam. So I'll update my games, get my brekkie. Mostly get brekkie, I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting hungry. I have the hunger. The problem with breakfast is that when I eat breakfast, then I don't really want to eat for the rest of the day because I eat breakfast late. And then I'm not going to be hungry. And I want to eat. I'm hungry. I want to eat. Ooh, he got poisoned. I can't wait to actually start progressing through this game. Did not mean to do that again. Sorry, Mankey. Double poison. But the good news is, once I do get Ekans to level and pass Nugget Bridge, I get Bellsprout. Which I don't technically have in this game yet. Because Bellsprout does not actually exist in this game. I'm going to need to trade with someone. And by with someone, I mean with myself, probably. I have enough cartridges to do that, so I'm gonna have to go catch a little tiny Bellsprout at Route 5 I think it's Route 5, right above Cerulean City, and trade it over to this game. I might do that today, and then I'll just keep Bellsprout in my box until I'm allowed to actually catch a Bellsprout. Once I hit the grass where I would have caught a Bellsprout. And then I think for like realism state, I still won't be allowed to have the Bellsprout until I get like, I don't know, 5 encounters in the grass or something. Time to not evolve again. You're not allowed to evolve. You're not allowed to evolve. I need you to learn moves. Yeah, I want to say in the original blue version, because I remember the original blue version, I don't think Ekans learns any moves after Acid, like at all. I think that's where Arbok like stops learning moves. So I don't know if Ekans will keep learning moves after Acid. I wonder if there's an in-between move. Because like it just learned Glare. And moves are usually about 10 levels apart for like stage 2 Pokemon, 2-stage Pokemon. So I'm wondering if he'll even learn anything after Acid. I don't know. We'll find out. At least Ekans has gotten to the point where he can fight on his own. You know, I'm happy that that happened fairly early in the stream because the grind just to get him to that point kind of sucked. I did not have a good time. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, I am fairly certain you guys didn't hear anything, but I just heard my tummy rumble. Which means I'm gonna have to call it soon. Tummy is rumbling. I must tend to the tummy. Demands food. I was gonna say maybe one more level before I go. And I really probably should do one more level before I go, just because I really need these levels, man. But I might call it early. I might call it sooner. And just go feed myself because I'm getting hungry. Oh, I'm especially hungry because last night I was allergic to like my snack that I was eating. And I probably, let's be honest, wasn't going to eat like a full dinner anyway. So I was like, I'll just have a snack. And then I only ate like half of my snack because I was allergic to it. So I couldn't finish my dinner. And it was sad for me. But that has made me kind of extra hungry this morning. I've been awake for a while too, so that contributes to the hunger. All right. We'll call it after this Spearow. One shot? Yeah. I'm so proud of this Ekans. He's doing so well. All right, we're going to call it. Save the game. 3 hours and 43 minutes. Almost a full 2 hours of training Ekans. I'm sure it will end up being more. But we'll do some training off stream and get you all to, to the point where everything will work out. Ooh, I think it just lagged a little bit. All right, I'm going to call it. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.